go for that sensational start. Then go to fundraisers so you can have all these free and half-price products as the hostess. Make sure you do your launch party. So those are the things that I think are the most important basics whenever you're recruiting.
Excellent. Tracy. So give an example of how Cincy has changed the life of someone on your team.
Wow. Well, there are many stories, but the first one that, and those of you that know me know I'm not a crier, but this one might get me. The one that comes most apparent is I have a member, a consultant in our group who has always been an amazingly gracious, giving, always helping others, whether they were in her downline or not. While working full-time, she is a primary caregiver for an aging parent, which takes a lot of toll on her. And in the last year, her husband and one of our Cincy men was diagnosed with cancer, and now they've been going through that battle, and despite that, she has continued to work her business successfully, give to others more than she ever takes. And I know for a fact, I've heard her say, I've seen the relationship she's built in our Cincy family with the friendships, and having Cincy in her life and in her husband's life, I know that, and I'm so blessed that they're actually here today too. So that's such a huge thing for them to be here. I know that being a part of the Cincy family has been just that. We do love them, we support them, we pray for them, we've been beside them, and we'll be with them the whole journey. And I know that has been a gift for them too.
Excellent. So Nathan and Ryan, whoever wants to answer the board, what is one Cincy goal that you are most proud of achieving?
I would say, oh wow, there's a few, but recently we were able to grow our business to a point where Ryan was able to leave his career, and now we're able to both work together and be parents at home together, work from home together, and he works with me as my business partner, and we're both able to do what we're passionate about, which is this. And
yeah, I just add to that too that, you know, we're parents of 3 little ones. We've got a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and the thing that makes me the most proud in what we've done is the fact that Mom and Dad are happy every day. And I don't think that there's a better gift that you can be with your children. Thank you. Because they see that, like they see how we are. They see, it was the funniest thing though was after I left, I was a lawyer, and after I quit my law firm, is because it used to be our little 5-year-old would say, well, Mommy goes to Cincy whenever she'd do parties, or Mommy, you know, she's going to Cincy. But first time he said, Daddy, you go to Cincy too? He's go to Cincy, but it's just the fact that we're happy, we're alive, and we give that to our kids.
Thank you. Jacqueline. So, why is training important?
Oh, I love
if
this.
I'm doing fine on my own?
Okay, well, I'll tell you, you're probably not, but training for me is fuel and motivation. And I always tell my new recruits, when you sign up, you get so excited and your tank is full of gas and you're ready to conquer the world, save everyone with Cincy, and then life happens and you get distracted and your business, takes back seat. And so for me, meetings are important. Weekly trainings that Cincy does, monthly trainings, online trainings. I think when you quit learning, you quit growing. So if you're someone that maybe your team hasn't grown lately, or you just feel disconnected, jumping into trainings I think is probably the best thing that you can do, because learning is knowledge, and the more that you learn and the more knowledgeable you are, the more you're going to do with your business. So.
Excellent. Tracy, how about you? What's your most recent yay moment?
Oh wow, well my most recent yay moment was being nominated for Shining Star, but I have to follow that with my most recent yay moment was definitely, the double yay was definitely the backup dancing with Kelly Clarkson.
Oh,
had
cool.
to do it.
That's awesome. Jacqueline. Just asking that. So if you could share one single reason to become a consultant, You get that one now.
Okay, this one, I always tell my potential recruits I'm working with that the thing I love most about Cincy is it doesn't really feel like a job, and you can work your own hours whenever you want, wherever you want. The sky's the limit. If you want to make a lot of money, you can do that. If you don't, then just don't work your business. But I love it because it's such a flexible job, and I don't think I realized it. You know, when you have an 8-to-5 job or a 12-hour shift nursing job, you get a set amount of pay. And I quickly learned that with Cincy, the harder I worked it, the more I made. So that's probably what I love about Cincy is the flexibility to work your own hours when you want, where you want.
Cool. So Ken, you get a chance to answer how Cincy's changed the life of someone on your team.
I would have to say for a director a couple years ago in the fall, she had sent me an email and she was thinking about quitting, and I didn't respond right away. I told her I wanted to pray about it, and I just felt that, you know, it was a huge mistake. And after I prayed, we kind of talked through it, and I emailed her back and I said, you know, I really think that you should stay in it. And she ended up promoting to director, and God has just blessed her tremendously, and she's been able to quit her full-time job. She's not even thinking about doing anything else but making a tip top of Cincy, and I'm just so proud of her. Emily Lucas.
That's awesome. So Michelle, what's the Cincy goal you're most proud of?
Superstar director. Obviously, that was a big one for me. The next one is hitting the Power Ranking Award last year, because that wasn't just me, that was my team.
Yep.
And that's huge for me. I've got an awesome team.
So Andrew, why is training important to your team?
I believe training is really important. I believe you can't do anything on your own. I think behind every great person, they had someone that helped them and trained them and did things for them. So I think it's really important that you get ideas together. No one thinks the same way. So there's always someone in the group, and it's probably someone you least expect that has this great idea that just made everybody a lot of money and made their life and their job a lot easier. So.
Excellent. So finally, you guys, what's the one piece of advice you can give consultants in the audience about recruiting? Because I know you guys are great at that.
I would say for recruiting, do not assume that you know who this opportunity is for. It is your job to ask everybody, and it is their job to decide. That is your business to present the opportunity. Do not make the mistake of assuming that you know better than they do.
And the other thing that I would add, we coach this with our team. Sometimes consultants will come and they'll think that being shy is a liability, or being a stay-at-home mom is a liability. And I say, no, that's a huge asset, because what you don't realize is when you're out there doing parties or you're doing shows, and there's someone who might be interested in the business opportunity who is shy, or who is a part-time or is a stay-at-home mom, and they're looking at you, and just by being yourself, you are sending a message to them that they can do this too. And I think that the most powerful thing that you can do in recruiting is just be who you are, and just own who you are, embrace who you are, because there's going to be people who you are resonates with them, and they will want to join because they will see something in you that they believe they can do as well.
Excellent. Hey, not bad advice, huh? So I just have one more thing for each of you to answer, and that is, what's the most important thing you do every day in your business? You guys can start. Let's go down the line.
The most important thing that I do is I start with a question, and the question is, how can I add value to my team? And so I take it away from me and what I want and what we want and our goals to the person, and make it entirely about them. As a result, each day tends to be very different. Some days we will spend hours with one consultant, other time it's a big training, other time it's just our own clients and our own sales. But each day is driven by that question of how can I add value to either the consultant or the customer.
Yeah, I would say the same thing too. And then just on top of that, something that I do every day, and I know my team will say this, is I communicate with them. It is absolutely crucial. Not a day goes by that I do not communicate with my team. So.
The first thing I do every morning is pray. I pray for my team, I pray for my family, I pray for the Lord to give me whatever He wants me to see in everything I do that day. So that's the first thing I do. And the second thing I do is I do make a list of several people I want to touch with that day on my team. Maybe someone that just needs a hug or a struggle, or I know that they've got a launch party coming up or something. So I do make a list every day and try to rotate people on my team to contact.
Mine is much the same as hers. I make sure that I take personal time for myself, quiet time, first thing every morning before the kids get out of bed, because we all know what that's like. And I just sit there and pray and focus, pray for my team, and organize my day so I know what I'm doing, where I'm going.
And I'd say for me, what I do every single day is I show up to work. I really do. I think that's really important. It's so easy when you're staying at home, and especially when you've got distractions with the laundry and the kids, and you've got things coming and going, that it's really easy to find other things to be doing besides work. And I'm very, very disciplined. Many of you know me know that I do show up to work every single day. So I think that's really important.
Something that I do every day is probably just connect with my downline, and it's not necessarily, I don't necessarily have a list every day, but through Facebook or text or phone calls. So I really think with Cincy that the better relationships that you have with your downline, the more successful you're going to be, because you can't help people if you don't know anything about them. So for me, it's really just connecting with my downline, my front line, and giving my little man lots of loving every day. So.
For me, I would definitely say that I start my day off praying as well and asking God to just help guide me and praying for my team. And I also ask Him who I'm supposed to reach out to that day, and it never fails. I text someone and they're breaking down, or it's just awesome. And then again, I hop on, we have a big Facebook group, not only for my team, but for my entire downline, and have adopted some people. And that has just been a huge blessing. And from certified helping, directors and vice versa, it's what it's all about. We're helping each other and growing and learning every day. So it's a
Excellent.
blessing.
Well, thanks, you guys. Now, I just have one thing to say, because we're wrapping up. So last night, when Kelly Clarkson